America. Alright, what is up everybody? BlueDog35 here. I got a tool comparison slash review slash something or other for you. It's not really a tool, it's a SHOPLIGHT, but as you can see there are two fairly similar, yet quite different items in front of me, or in front of the camera. The camera's in front of me. I apologize for any wind noise. I'm going to try and get it in post-production. But there's a little bit of difference. The one on the left is made by Bayco, which is sold at Walmart. And the one on the right is Autocraft, which is sold at Advance Auto Parts. There are some fairly glaring differences between these two products here, even though they both do exactly the same thing. The Bayco, which is this guy right here, sells for about $32 at time of filming, recording. That's December 24th, 2015. And the Autocraft one sells for about $38 at time of filming. I've moved the boxes to the top of my vehicular there, as you can probably see. We're just going to get a little up-close shot of the legs here. Sorry about the cut there. There was a diesel truck, as you can probably hear its brakes still squeaking. But anyways, we're going to take a look at the legs here. The main difference is the Bayco one is slightly more robust, I would say. And the Autocraft one, while they are quite similar in principle, they both tighten the same way, they both, you know, all that kind of stuff. They are a little more, I guess the correct word would be chintzy. They're slightly more cheap, and the truck's coming back. So, pardon for another cut. So this is up close with the Bayco option. As you can see, it's yellow. Quite yellow. It kind of doubles where it's got legs here. You can actually take this completely off, and it's got a little carrying handle here. So you can set it down, and you can have two work lights, and you can actually put it on a table or the floor, or, you know, whatever. It's almost like a little stand. In all honesty, this little handle here and the two legs here that allow it to become, you know, a stand are the only selling point that this has over the Autocraft variant, aside from build quality. If you were to be touching the same metal that I am, if you were to be, you know, feeling the same, I call these the Darwin guards, if you were to be feeling the same, you know, everything, it feels a lot better. It's a lot better equipped for, you know, I guess shop life than the other one. It also, you cannot really see it, but on the opposite side, it's got a little holster, I guess you could call it, for a spare bulb. And it's actually included. So if one of these burns out, you don't have to go run to the store or, you know, order one. And you got a spare one right here. The other one did not come with a spare one. Alright, so here we are at the Autocraft variant. As you can see, there is no carrying handle, nor do the actual lights themselves have a carrying handle aside from this. But it's just a little piece of flat iron with, like, it's like plasti dipped. It's got some rubber coating on it or something. The Darwin guards are significantly more, I want to say, cheap. They're not really, I don't know, they just look poorly made. And I am aware that these are inside out. This one's supposed to be over there and that one's supposed to be over here. It's not a big deal to me. I don't really give a shit. But anyways, the reflector on this one has a whole bunch of, like, warning in French and English and Spanish and other stuff like that. And then, you know, I mean, that's pretty much it. The housings are almost identical. I will turn these around so you can see the backside in a second. But aside from build quality, I mean, the frame for this is quite flimsy. This I can actually bend. It's just really, for a more expensive product, it's kind of disappointing, I would say. I've never had an issue with Autocraft tools. My toolbox is full of them. I have, you know, my jack is an Autocraft floor jack. I've never had an issue with Autocraft. This is just plain old disappointing. This is, I mean, it's not disgusting because, you know, you got to make money somehow, but it's, you know, it'll get the job done. It'll work. I've plugged it in. I've turned it on. They do what they say. It's just for, you know, close to 40 bucks, I would expect to, you know, actually have a product that I feel is going to last, whereas I spent less on the one from Walmart, and it feels like it's going to last. I mean, time will tell, but I mean, you can see for yourself. It's, I mean, the lighting's not the greatest, pun, but I mean, it's kind of just disappointing that something that's more expensive would be not as good. Kind of like an iPhone, am I right? All right, this is the back of the Autocraft version. It's just got the rubberized contact switches. That's pretty much it. It comes down to a little Y, and it's got an American 3-prong grounded plug. It's 6 foot long, which is a little bit longer than the one that comes on the Walmart version. It's still, you know, not super long, but I mean, extension cords. If you have a shop, you probably have extension cords. As for adjustment, you can undo this. I'm slightly disappointed, or I am disappointed, because you kind of need to, this is a 10mm bolt. You need to have a 10mm bolt or a 10mm wrench to adjust this, because it's not actually like attached to this guy. So you have to find a way to hold it and turn this if you want to loosen this to turn it or whatever. Most of the time you'll just tighten it and leave it and just kind of force it like I just did. But other than that, I mean, aside from build quality, really no complaints on this. When you go to change the light or the bulb, with this you have to take the wing nut off for the handle, if you use the handle, of course. And then it's a Phillips head screwdriver. You can use a flat bit. It just feels so cheap, and it feels like it's like a cast piece of steel or something. It just feels so ridiculously cheap that, I mean, I almost felt like I was going to break it, and I didn't want to do that. So I don't really know. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm beating up on this, and I kind of am, because, you know, I'm just really disappointed. I used to work for Advance Auto Parts, and, you know, they used to put out better quality than this, but there ain't really nothing I can do about it. So anyways, we will check out the other one. Here is the back of the Bayco Walmart brand variant. You can see the little holster for the spare light bulb that is included. Pretty much the same getup here. It's a Y split down to a grounded. Everything's keyed, which is awesome. The bolt that comes up from here has got a square on the end of it, and the receiving end has a square also. It's got a square cutout, so you stick it in there and it keys in. So you go to tighten this and it holds it against the inside of this. So it's a good deal. This is your, I guess, tightening for this. If you undo this, you can take the whole thing off. I'm not quite sure what this is for. Maybe it's for this. That would actually make sense. But other than that, I mean, it's a very good product. I like it. The operation is identical. It's probably got the same internals as that one. That's my guess. The tin on the back is almost exactly the same. It's a different casting, but it is very similar. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you needed a recommendation, I would definitely go with this one, the Bayco. It's a, see if I can get the part number. BA1005, so BA-1005. Bayco products. Yep, BaycoProducts.com. So this is not an endorsement by them, or I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying that this is actually a lot better quality and cheaper than something you can get, you know, at the auto parts store. And you can go straight to Walmart and buy this. So. And, you know, who doesn't love Walmart? If you like this video, this is a little departure from my normal. Please rate, subscribe, like, comment, you know, whatever. Check out the links in the description if you're interested in where to get these. I will link or place links in the description to these, even the other one that shall not be named, the Advanced Auto Parts version. I'm going to try and do more like this when I get things and, you know, compare them to something else that I have or whatever. Basically what happened was I needed 2 shop lights because the ballast burnt out up here. And instead of buying a new ballast, and I don't own a ladder that's tall enough, so I'd have to buy one of those too, and it'd just be a pain. So I just bought these. It would be so much cheaper than, you know, even getting an electrician in to, you know, replace or fix the light, because, you know, I don't know if it's wiring or whatever. So, you know, these just plug into the wall and boom, I have instant daylight. So and they actually work better than the light when it was in here, because it was kind of dim to begin with. It was only a single, actually it's 2, like, I think they're like 12-foot fluorescent tubes, and there's only 2 of them. So these are a lot better. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it greatly. And Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy whatever, Kwanzaa, whatever, insert denomination here. And if you do not celebrate Christmas and or whatever, good on you. I hope your holiday time is a good one.